Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Mocha, and on this channel we talk about all things craft, crochet, and the life that goes with that. So if you are into crocheting, crafting, and the lifestyle that often goes with that, you're in the right place, because that's my jam. Today is Management Monday, so that means I'm coming to you with another business video. Before I get started, let me give my caveat. I am not a tax accountant. I am not a lawyer. I am just a chick that has been in business for 20 plus years, and part of those 20 years I spent writing about small business concerns, such as starting a small business, running a small business, and the ins and outs that go with that. So I'm coming at you with this information. When you need more information, which you will, feel free to definitely contact a tax accountant, an attorney, both. Anybody that you need that can take your business forward. This is just a jumping off point. I am not the end all be all, so just putting that out there. That being said, today we are going to talk about the different types of business entities that you could form. Now, this is a very popular topic. A lot of people wanted me to talk about this, so that's why I'm coming at you with it as the second video in the series. Okay, so there's four major business entities that you could start. The first one is a sole proprietorship. Basically, to simplify it, you can wake up one morning and decide I'm going to start a business, make some stuff, put it up for sale, and poof, you're a business. It's really that simple. There aren't any formal there isn't any formal paperwork that you have to file. You just start your business. If you make more than $450, you're gonna have to file your taxes with the IRS. As I talked about last week, there's a whole bunch of special forms you need for that. But if you take it to a tax person, or you fire up TurboTax, what have you, it'll walk you through the process. The pros to a sole proprietorship is that it's just you, so any income you make is yours to keep. The cons to that, any expenses you have are yours to bear. And if you get sued, you have no business protection. So if your business is sued and you lose and you owe a judgment, your personal assets are on the line for that. So I can't say this enough. If you're going to become a sole proprietorship, get business insurance. Can't stress that enough. Because if the business is sued and you do lose, your personal assets can be used to pay the judgment. If you have business insurance, if not all of it, at least much of the judgment will be paid out by your insurance company. So that's my take on sole proprietorship. The next one is a partnership. And I have very little to say about that other than a partnership operates the same way as sole proprietorship. You split the profits, you split the expenses, and if one of the partners is stupid and you get sued and you lose, you split the liability for paying the judgment. In case you missed it, I'm not a fan of partnerships. Simple ones anyway. And one more time for the people in the back, if you're going to form a partnership, get business insurance. Because the last thing you need is your partner doing something stupid, okay, for that matter, you doing something stupid and sinking you both. So, get liability insurance if you're going to form a partnership or a sole proprietorship, but especially a partnership. Because you can control what you're doing, you can't always control what your partner is. I'd tell you to ask me how I know, but another story for another video. The third entity I'm going to talk about is a corporation. Corporations can be... Excuse me, gotta hang up on somebody. There we go. Corporations can be complicated to start. They require articles of incorporation. They require a board of directors. They require that you file corporate taxes, normally quarterly, like every 3 months. They require a lot of attention. You're probably going to need an attorney and a tax accountant. On the flip side, you have all the protections of a corporation, because a corporation is considered a separate entity, meaning that business is its own being, for lack of a better way of describing it. So, if the business gets sued and the business loses, it's the business's assets that are on the line, not your personal ones. Depending on how the corporation is set up, the profit split can be percentage. It just depends on how you set up the corporation. And to set up a corporation, you definitely want an attorney and a tax accountant because, like I said, did I say it's complicated? It's complicated. But again, the pros of a corporation is that you have that protection of it being its own separate entity, so your personal assets are not at stake. A con of a corporation is double taxation, which means that the corporation itself is taxed on its income. But the owners of a corporation often take their income as a draw per month, like a certain amount per month, as well as like any bonuses or anything at the end of the year. That is claimed on their individual taxes, which means that that money is technically being taxed twice, because it was taxed as a corporation, and then it's taxed again on each owner's individual tax returns. Some people have a problem with that and see it as a con. Personally, for the protections of the legal entity side of it, I'm kind of willing to pay taxes on it twice, just for that protection. But again, that's me. Your mileage may vary, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And most of us aren't really going to need to be a corporation. Let's be real. Unless we are planning to be the next Lion Brand or Red Heart or what have you, a sole proprietorship or the one I'm about to talk about are probably your best course. And so that leads me to the fourth business entity, which is the legal liability company. Now, legal liability company, also called an LLC, is a hybrid of a sole proprietorship and a corporation. You can run an LLC like a corporation. You can run an LLC I can't talk. One more time. You can run an LLC as a sole proprietorship or as a corporation, just depending on how you decide to set it up. As a sole proprietorship, that means you don't need a board of directors or anything like that. You can just run it like you run a regular business. If you decide to run it as a corporation, then you would have like a board of directors, which for an LLC, you're not called owners, you're called members. And it's not as formal as a board of directors for a corporation, but it does exist. An LLC enjoys the legal entity protections that corporations have, meaning it's its own separate entity to a large degree. So the members of an LLC enjoy that protection of, in the event of a lawsuit, their personal assets aren't on the line to pay out a judgment. It's basically the best of both worlds, if I'm being honest. Again, you can run it like a sole proprietorship, but you get a lot of the protections of a corporation. Depending on your state, will depend on how you go about setting up an LLC. For example, some states require an LLC to file articles of incorporation and have a board of directors, while other states don't require both or neither, for that matter. Well, I think all states require the LLC. all states require an articles of incorporation filing of some form. So you have to file that with Secretary of State's office. And if you go to your state's Secretary of State's office website, you'll find out exactly what you need to file as an LLC in that state. So, all that being said, if I had to choose one entity over the other, I would definitely choose the LLC, just because I like the idea of the protection that of the corporate of the. I swear I can talk. I like the protections that the separate entity part of the corporation provides, but I also like the fact that I am not, for the most part, beholden to a board as to how I run my business. So for me, the LLC is the best bet. I'm currently, full disclosure, running as a sole proprietor, but I see me setting up my LLC in the near future. So if you want a video about walking through the process of setting up an LLC, I can show you how it's done in West Virginia, maybe Ohio, since I'm right across the border. Let me know, and I'll add that idea to my list of topics for videos. But yeah, I will definitely look at an LLC for anybody that's going to start a craft business, because there is a chance you could get sued. Business insurance is a must. Unless you're going to be Lion Brand, I don't think you really need to form a corporation. And for the love of all things Brian Buitano, holy what have you, avoid the partnership if you can. And if you go down that route, insure the business out the wazoo. I can't stress that enough. But anyway, that was my video for this Management Monday. If you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it. And if you are new here and you think you might like the content on my video, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you'll know the next time I upload a video. I do videos, my Management Mondays are always on Monday. Other videos come and go when I have time to film them, which can be a challenge. I also go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about stuff like this, what's going on in the craft world, what's going on YouTube, life in general. It's a fun time. You should join us. And yeah, that's the video for today. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.